This is the publicly accessible ChatGPT model as of recording on July 27th, 2024. It's way too small to be able to read from there, so instead, this is that conversation. I asked it if it thought it'd be a good psychiatrist, and this is what it gave me. It points out many of AI's usual advantages over the human-serviced alternatives. Computational models know a lot, that's true, and you can message them anytime, that's also true. But it also points to a list of reasons that AI models might not be ideal for this task, key among which are the importance of face-to-face interaction in the field of psychiatry and the fact that language models have no confidentiality guarantees nor ethical limitations. As things are, language models cannot be the sole contact in any medical situation. Despite this, there are a number of artificial intelligences being developed right now with the express purpose of becoming primary caregivers. These programs are often promoted by corporate actors and are largely opposed by both nurses and academics in the nursing field. This is a story about artificial intelligence, healthcare, and the nurses leading the fight against corporatized care. Now, before I go any further, I want to make it absolutely clear that I have no affiliation with any larger anti-AI groups. I am not a nurse, I am not a software developer, I am a college student standing in his kitchen trying, albeit poorly, to somewhat imitate Tom Scott. My purpose is not to spread fear. I am here to raise awareness of the trends in healthcare that may be unpopular and how to support those fighting to keep medicine human. I believe that AI as a concept is not a threat to healthcare, and it seems as though a fair proportion of the population generally agrees. A study in Bavaria, Germany found that 2 in 3 nurses saw opportunity in artificial intelligence's application in healthcare. And as for the more general public, according to a survey from the Pew Research Center, some 40% of people, a fair bit over 1 in 3, believe that its application might reduce outright mistakes system-wide, and over 50% believe that it would cut down on racial and ethnic bias. Studies far too great in number for me to list off here have found time and again that for one reason or another, health services for ethnic minorities have been underperforming globally. AI could succeed where humans have consistently failed and bring about an end to medical discrimination. Even if it wasn't completely successful and automation only took over low-level tasks, there's still a reduction to be made in human capital being spent on menial labor that could be better spent elsewhere. System-wide, calls for greater automation from all sides are deafening. And in fairness, there are a lot of jobs out there that could be automated for many people's benefit. If automated and vertically integrated systems could label, bottle, and ship prescriptions in 1 to 3 days to anywhere close to an urban center for cheap, if not free, I don't think I need to elaborate on the immensity of the benefits to society. These benefits, however, do not come without a cost to be considered, and many are indeed considering them. That Pew Research survey, from that same pool of subjects, 57% of them expressed concern over artificial intelligence's impacts on patient-provider relationships. Another study from CGS's Global Consumer Customer Service Report found that for anything beyond the simplest of questions, chatbots overwhelmingly infuriated people, more so than even a slow text chat would with a human. As stated earlier by the AI itself as well, depending on the field in question, an AI may be entirely unequipped to even process all the ways humans express themselves and, critically, our illnesses. So let's say you side with people like the American Nurses Association, who say that AI should augment and not replace the critical thinking and compassionate care provided by nurses. What can you do? Well, first, and perhaps most obviously, is, if you're in a position to, join the American Nurses Association, or get involved in the AI space to argue against its replacement of nurses. For the rest of us, the best thing we can do is refuse to use these AI tools. If we refuse to train them and refuse to entertain the idea of talking with a robot for our medical problems, then we can contain the problem at its source. If your prescriber asks if you would be okay trying out their chatbot, you can tell them no. If they make the chatbot the default, you can request a human every single time and refuse to entertain the chatbot's interaction. The change is happening right now, and if you interact with medical or technological fields in pretty much any way, you're a part of it. All the nurses, all the coders, and all the patients out there are a part of it right now, and everyone is shaping the collective future of healthcare. Let's make sure we keep it a human one. Thank you.